Hey y'all, Chuck here in Phnom, Thailand on my bike. Hey, it's time for another weekly question and answer update. I am riding through the town, gonna try to find a quiet spot to do this. It's been raining all night and all morning, which is great because our festival just ended here and it's been pretty dirty. So the rain helped keep some of the dirt down. Anyway, I'm gonna go to the temple and find a spot and answer some questions that you guys have for me this week. And yeah, I'll be right back. Okay, this is one of the many meditation spots here on the temple. Beautiful little spot. Not the quietest, but they got a lot of activity going on today for, I think it's Thursday for some strange reason, I don't know. But it's a beautiful temple. I showed you guys it in a video a while back. Anyway, let's get to some questions. The first question is from Clay Cawood. I think it's Cawood. I called you Cawood before, so I don't know, correct me if I'm wrong. He says, well, I got another question. Do Thai people not drop dead from heat strokes? 35 degrees Celsius in Texas and people die from the heat. Yeah, people still have heat strokes here in Thailand too. But Thai people are very used to the hot temperature. We all seem to adapt where we go. They can't handle extreme cold temperature for sure. Usually when we have some cold spells here, it seems like about 4 or 5 people die. You have several funerals going on shortly after the cold spell. So they really can't handle the cold. They don't really sleep. Most of them don't even sleep with air conditioning. They just sleep with a fan. But it does get hot, especially in Bangkok. It gets very congested, hot, humid, South Thailand. But yeah, they do drop dead like everybody else. Next question's by Lloyd with Udon Lady with Farang. You need to check out these guys' channel. I'll leave a link up to it. If you like watching my food videos, they show lots of it, and you get to you could share it. If you're married to a Thai woman, you could share it with your Thai wife because she speaks in Thai, and he's got some pretty funny commentary too. But he eats about as much as I do, so I've invited him for a food challenge in Phnom, so maybe one day we'll be able to show that. His question is that he says, I see in the video you have a small hospital there. If you have a major health problem, do you have a good hospital that you can go to nearby, or would you have to fly to Bangkok? No, I don't have to fly to Bangkok. They have a Bangkok hospital 50 kilometers south of here in Mukdahan, and there's a big private hospital in Nakhon Phanom as well. There's a decent hospital up the road here that can pretty much handle everything as far as emergencies, any kind of health care, except really they don't have somebody there like a heart specialist that can perform open heart surgery. You'd have to go to a specialist for some things. But yeah, they have decent hospital care here. I wouldn't need to fly to Bangkok, but if I had to, it's only a 45-minute airplane ride from Nakhon Phanom. Okay, next question is by Duncan Fletcher. He asked, he says he's lactose intolerant. Is there a Thai iced coffee that I can order? What is it called in Thai? Can you please type the answer on the screen? I mean, there's a Thai tea that has a tremendous amount of milk in it that you probably can't drink. But as far as coffee, you can order any coffee in Thailand without cream or dairy products. My favorite one is Ellein. It's just a black coffee, a little bit of sweet in it. We're gonna get a coffee, a small coffee. Yeah. Right there. Let me pay. Did you pay? Yeah. You pay for mine? Okay. Okay, thank you very much. Choki. You don't have to put any condensed milk or anything in it, and it's got ice, but anyway. I have a lot of questions about being lactose intolerant in Thailand. Thai people really don't drink a lot of milk. A lot of Thai people are lactose intolerant for the most part, but their food and stuff is mostly cooked with coconut milk, so no problem with dairy and their foods. Next question is Ellein Jonse or Jones. What do you think to live as a single woman in Thailand? Is it safe for a woman alone? I am 58 and retired. Thank you. I get this question asked quite a bit. Personally, I think Thailand is one of the safest places in the world just because of the culture. If you're not going to be hanging out at full moon parties, then I don't see why you'd have any problem here in Thailand. There is a lot of single ladies that come here to volunteer to teach, to travel, to go on vacation. I don't know, I've met quite a few. I haven't interviewed many, but I talked to one German lady in Prachuap, and I don't know, they all seem pretty happy here. But anyway, yeah, I don't think that's a problem. I think you should come check it out and see for yourself if it's something you feel comfortable with. Next question is from Clay Cawood again. Hey, could you explain to myself and your other subscribers how sharing your videos benefits your channel? I know likes are all good feedback, but you can see watch time and shares and all kinds of things. I just don't understand how it works or what your financial gain is from sharing videos. I think if more people understood how simply sharing your video helps to support your channel and the continued growth, then maybe more people would share. It's an algorithm mostly. I mean, it's what it is YouTube's always changing their platform. So I mean, YouTube you know, offers free to watch videos of other people putting content on their website. So if the content is good and there's a lot of activity on there, then YouTube makes more money off of your video. So they usually will collect, well, they're not usually, they do collect over half of the money that from the advertiser, and then you get to keep the rest. So if you have a lot of vulgarity or you have stuff that's not appealing to people to want to advertise on your channel, then they won't advertise on it and you won't have any monetary funds coming in from that. So it's really not much money, but to me it's a good reward to have a good channel and be in good standings, and I don't have to worry about my videos being turned off or my channel being cut off or anything like that. So you know, my channel is No Time to Be Sad. It's always been No Time to Be Sad, so I'm not really into a lot of negativity anyway, as I've said from my very first video. So people that, you know, I'm not picking on some because of the way they think. Everybody's got a right to their own opinion, but I know I'm getting off subject a little bit, but there's some other questions that have come up too, kind of similar on this topic. Yeah, I just want to have a clean channel. So if you're vulgar or very negative person, then you know, hey, it's my channel. I don't have to listen to it, and I don't have to have, you know, most of my people who like the videos listen to it either. So I don't know, whatever. But anyway, if you share it and you click like, or even if you click don't like, if there's any interaction in the video, positive or sometimes negative, is fine. But if it's vulgar and offensive to others, as far as like racism and stuff like that, then I don't tolerate it. I don't have to anyway. So hit like, share it, and subscribe. You know, it always helps everybody. It's all about what the subscribers want. I mean, it's all about what the what YouTube wants on their platform. Next question is by Bryan Monholland. How about riding ATVs or for truck enthusiasts that are four-wheel drive? Are there any places like that for that kind of entertainment? Yeah, there's in our travels, I've seen lots of places where they have rentals for four-wheelers. There's a big time four-wheel drive truck here. I've ran across them a few times. I think one time in Kanchanaburi, but I think in Prachuap too, they had a track up in the woods where you could rent a four-wheeler and go off-road in that. But yeah, they have that here a lot. So okay, next question is by TQ Justine in Dallas, Texas. Good to hear from you, Justine. So your question, you are probably aware the value of the dollar has been decreasing recently. Yes, I think everywhere. I wonder if you or your subscribers have a way a way to hedge against this short term or long term. I don't know if somebody wants to input on this, fine. But I know you're Thai, and me and Paige have a couple different accounts. If you're Thai, you can get what's called a lottery account here. It's they have 1 year, 2 year, and 3 year accounts, and you get, I think it's a 2% at the end of the term, plus every month they draw for a number, and if you win, depending on how many numbers that you have, how much you have in the account, increases your odds of winning. So we've won, I think, 10,000 baht a couple times, and one little bit here and there. But we've gotten quite a bit on this account. We did a 3-year account, and we've made quite a bit. But I know back in the U.S., a regular savings account is 0.01%. So you don't, and they penalize you come tax time. So. But there's not really a whole lot of investing going on in Thailand. The Thai economy is not that great right now, but you can still get between 1% and 2% in an account here in Thailand. But you're going to have to talk to a financial advisor here or back home, you know, for that. But I don't know on the dollar value. Still, if you're on a Social Security retirement, I think you could live just fine here in Thailand. The average Social Security, they say, is about $1,200 to $1,400 a month. So I think living in Thailand, that's pretty good. So unless the dollar goes way down, but still, I think you could manage that. Oh, also, you know, we have a 15-year account. It's a long-term savings account, and it gains about 200% interest after the end of the term, but they don't have a lot of that anymore. But I suspect here in the next couple years, things will get back on their feet in Thailand as far as the economy goes. Just my opinion. Next question. Alex Steele. Thank you, Chuck and Paige. Super videos. Thank you. I have a question for you. Are there tone-deaf Thais? Does it affect their ability to speak the language? It seems like it could be somewhat of a serious handicap. Yeah, you know, I imagine so. You know, tones are a big part of the language here. But you know, we have some friends, and there's a lot of Thai people that don't have teeth, and they don't spit the words out. I don't know. I don't understand what they're saying, but this is what I've been told. The way people start their sentence structure, the way they talk, they can tell the tone, where they're going with the words. Plus, if it's a long sentence, you know, they can figure it out. I don't know anybody who's tone deaf. I imagine that's a handicap that they've probably somewhat overcame by listening to a complete sentence. They probably have a way of figuring out how to, I don't know, that's a tough question, but I will tell you this, that tones change when it comes from region to region. from the south to the north. The north, they speak really slow. The south, they speak really fast. In Isan, they speak Lao and Thai mixed. So it changes everywhere, but everybody can pretty much speak Central Thai if need be. And they all learn, you know, Thai language, the proper way to speak. But living in Thailand, you know, people talk differently. So I catch myself saying a lot of words in Isan because that's just where I'm at all the time. I'm getting off subject again, but you know, I'm a Texan, so I don't sound like a Brit or an Englishman. I mean, depending on where you come from, what you're used to hearing, it's the way that you talk, you know. Anyway, it is what it is, but I'm sure that people overcome that, and they kind of, when they start the sentence off, they realize what they're trying to say. I don't know. I haven't mastered the tone yet, and I don't know anybody that's tone deaf. Sorry. Next question. Seaduster. Great videos. Thank you. Is a lot of food wasted in the markets? Can they possibly sell it all? That's a good question. It's actually been answered a couple times, but no, you know, nothing goes to waste in Thailand. Somebody's going to eat the leftovers, the animals, somebody's going to eat it. The market people, that's their livelihood. They're usually really good about knowing what they need to sell. Typically they sell it and then they go home, they're done. But you know, like vegetables and fruits, you know, that stuff will keep. They just box it up and bring it back to the next day. Even the meats they'll put on ice and that stuff will last. It'll last a while. But as far as the clothing and stuff like that, you know, they're not going to sell that anytime quick. But the food stuff doesn't go to waste. Now at our house, I know you guys see a lot of food on the table. It does, maybe half of it gets eaten most of the time because I don't know, they don't really eat a whole lot, believe it or not. But at the end of the day, some of the ladies take the stuff home, and we save it, and the guys that work for Paul Red, they have a big meal every Friday after work, and he feeds the guys on Fridays. So nothing goes to waste. They don't have a garbage disposal here. Next question, HVAC Genius. Thailand people, millennium generation, any big difference between the USA? They don't really use that term here, but my opinion is the young adults here are they're a lot more up to what's going on. They're a lot more conscientious about what's going on around them. I think they're a lot smarter. I think they care more about the environment. They care more about their pets. They just seem a little bit more responsible as far as education and caring about their future and the well-being for their children. So not that the older group is stupid or doesn't care, it's just that they're way more laid back and not really responsive to things around them. They just kind of don't pay attention to much and stay out of everybody's business. But I think the millennial people in Thailand, they're a little bit more educated than you know, probably has a lot to do with the older generation working and making sure that they go to school and have the education that they weren't able to have when the older generation was going to school. They had to stop and work, you know, most of them. So, but the young kids and the teenagers, they're just like anywhere else. You know, teenagers are like aliens anyway. You know, everybody's stupid except them. So, you know, they figure that stuff out whenever they move out and realize they're not the smartest person in the world. Next question, Baza B. Hi Chuck, good vlog as usual, thank you. Do you search on the internet for hotels, guest house before you travel and book them, or do you just wing it and spot them en route? That's a good question. Usually, if we're going in an area where it's heavily populated, Paige will make the accommodations for at least one night at one place. So we get there, we check the place out, we walk around the next day. We like to kind of run around and move from place to place to place. If it's not the busy season, you really don't have to worry too much about that. You can just wing it. But Paige likes to at least reserve one night somewhere in our travels. But a lot of times we travel during the off season because we live here and we just kind of got an idea where we want to stay. So what we do, and I recommend, is not too many places are going to have websites here. And when you get on a website, a lot of times you get there and it's nothing like the website, nothing like what you saw on the internet. So me and Paige get on Google and we look at the location, because Google is not going to lie. You can look at the hotel, you can look at the streets, you can look at whatever's around there that's appealing to you, and then pick the area. And you can find that there's several different hotels in there, and you know, you can get a lot of information, even phone numbers and addresses. So, but we usually go on Google Earth or Google Map, and I zoom in and look at the surrounding areas. So, kind of scout things out. Next question, Richard Ricktek 7. I get automatic notifications whenever you post a video. Thank you. Great stuff. Thank you. Simple question. Do you miss baseball, football, and hockey, or did you leave that behind with lots of other stuff? The notification thing he mentioned, if you guys don't want the notification, or you want the notification, I think by my subscriber count is a little bell. You could click on that and you can choose whatever you want, if you want a notification or not. So some people might not want to get a notification at 3 o'clock in the morning that I just posted a blah 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 video. So anyway, that's how you do that. I stopped watching sports a long time ago. I like contact sports like mixed martial art. I like Muay Thai, stuff like that. Baseball, I don't have time. Football, I don't have time. It's just too much drama, and they're very sensitive, and you know, I don't have time to keep up with who's on top and who's on bottom and who needs to be where they need to be. So I've got a lot of things happening in my life. I just like to enjoy life. I like to see things. I like to be spontaneous. I don't want to be like, oh, I've got to be home because I've got to see who's going to win this game. You know, it's not for me right now. And since the Oilers decided to go to Tennessee, that's about when I stopped watching football. I don't know if some of you might not even remember that or even know what I'm talking about. But anyway, it's been a long time. Next question. Oh, and I don't really watch hockey. J Rowe, hi Chuck. You mentioned that you will be taking the ladies down to Prachuap Khiri Khan again in the near future. It seems that you had a good time in that town, maybe more so than Cha'am, and it seems maybe more so than Cha'am and some of the other stops that you made along the way. Might you be able to go into a few reasons why you seem to like it there in a video? I'd like to hear your commentary about that area of Thailand a bit more. It seems like a place worthy of considering for a future trip and potential retirement destination. Thank you. I really like Prachuap. It's a fishing village, so it's good for me. You could get a little boat like my buddy Klaus. I keep calling him Clow. Like my buddy Klaus has. He's got a nice little boat and he can go fishing whenever he wants to, or go out on the pier. There's not a lot of well, there's not any go-go bars. There's none of that stuff there. So it's mostly just older people, retired. Right on, I'm gonna call like the boardwalk in front of the ocean. There's a couple little hangouts that there's a lot of Falangs that hang out at a couple little spots. You know, and you can talk to people in your own language, and you know, if you want to. But I don't know. I really like Cha'am. also. Hua Hin's in the middle of that. You can, in that whole little section, you can take a train for about 25 baht and go anywhere you want to really quick. So easy to get around in that area. Take a bus to the airport. I don't know, Thailand's just really easy. I love the ocean. The scenery in Prachuap is beautiful. It's surrounded by big mountains. It has everything you need in Prachuap too. It is a big town. So I don't know, I love Thap Phnom where I'm at because it's quiet. This is a good home base for us. But anyway, Cha-am and Prachuap is good. I haven't been everywhere in Thailand, but I just love to be by the ocean. And Cha-am and Prachuap or the best. I like the food in Cha-am better. So, but they do have an awesome big seafood market in Prachuap too, and I think a couple days a week they have a huge market right there on the street in front of the ocean. So a lot of things always happening everywhere in Thailand, even out here. That's about it, guys. That's all the questions that I want to answer today. There's a lot of flies out here today. It just rained, so I made a video of me donating my time at the local government, one of the local government schools here. I was invited to, I'm going to call it teach, but really it's an invitation to teach the kids some conversational English. It's not really a job title. I don't have a designated time to be there. I just try to show up when I know they're having English class that day, and I'm pretty much can take over the class if I want to and just teach them conversation, because the teacher there, the English teacher, he cannot have an English conversation with me. So Thailand is way behind on their English skills, so they're desperately trying to get people to help out with that, mostly people that speak English. So the question has arose several different times about me needing a permit to do this. So I'm going to Immigration Tuesday anyway. I need to check in and see if my yearly visa has already been approved, but I need to check in anyway. I'm going to ask them and bring the letter of invitation from the school to the immigration office, and I'm going to ask them. So we'll get the answer in the next few days, and I will put it on a video and explain to you what's happening on that instead of just commenting in the comment section. So, but I've been told so far by police in the town and by the school that that's not necessary, and we got to understand, living in Thailand is yeah, there's rules everywhere in the world, and definitely as a foreigner we need to make sure we follow the rules and we don't have any problems. But if you're causing problems in Thailand, even if you're following the rules, they're going to get rid of you. So, but if you're not causing problems and you're doing something good for people, there's not a task force that's going to rush in and handcuff you and put you on a plane and say, it's just not going to happen. So we all just need to chill out about trying to do good deeds and without a permit. I mean, I do good stuff all day long without a permit. So you know, my friend in Cha-am, Bryan, who has a vlog, he teaches this. He does the same thing that I do at the Immigration Academy for new recruits and for high-ranking seniors, and this is his second. He's been doing it for a couple, 2-3 years now. So if this was really the case, like a lot of people are saying, I think he would be probably playing in the beehive. He would be arrested and thrown out for sure, but I don't know. So anyway, we got to have common sense. So I'm going to put a video together on that with the answer if I needed to get one, or you know, what the outcome was going to be on that. So anyway, guys, thank you very much for watching. Thank you for all my 8,000 wonderful subscribers. If you have questions, which a lot of you have asked, and I hopefully got the answered good enough for you in Facebook and on Gmail and even on YouTube. So if you have a particular question on your personal scenario, let me know. Maybe I can help you. So Thank you. If you liked the video, hit like. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. And I will see you guys. I'm actually making another video today too, so I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye.